Hey everybody, Animalman here. On this beautiful winter day, I'm going to do a review of the Lifestraw. Stay with me. So, I'm at a local creek, spend the day out here, working on some projects and filming and all that stuff, and I thought I'd finally do a review of this. This is a Christmas gift given to me, and there is a different filter that I usually use, the Sawyer Mini, but I wanted to give this a fair shot, and I do have several of these, and I've actually never used them before. I put them right away in emergency bags that are buried underground. So I just grabbed them, put them in my kits, and I buried them and forgot about them. And this is probably about 10 years ago now. So it's kind of cool that I finally have one to play with. So here it is, and the neat thing about this that I like about these filters, this is, I think, I'm going to try it out, but I think this is going to be like probably my number 2 go-to filter. The neat thing about it is that it has no moving parts. You know, years ago I used to go backpacking in college and do a lot of hiking and stuff like that, and I'd always have like an MSR filter that you have to pump, and you have to clean it, and it's got ceramic parts that wear out, and this and that, and this and that. The good thing about this type of filter is it's just a single canister, and there is a definite lifetime to the filter, but it lasts a while, and there's no moving parts to break, and that's the big thing to me that I like about this. So I'm kind of excited that I have this. So let's try it out. First of all, I'm going to get rid of the string because I'm never going to wear this around my neck. It's just not my style. It's not going to happen. All right, so it's got built-in caps on the mouthpiece, which is here, and on the end where it's like the intake end. So I popped the caps off. You can see it's got like kind of like a large sediment filter, just so no large debris gets in there and lodged in there. And you can actually kind of see the filter media, which is like a hollow fiber type of thing, all kind of wound up in there. I know the lighting's not the best, but you can see it through the mesh, and then there's just the mouthpiece. So I'm going to give her a whirl here. Let me climb out onto the plank and lay on my belly. So the deal with this is, right now it's totally dry. You've got to prime it, and that's very simple. All you've got to do is suck through the straw to prime it, just to get the filter wet, and then it should become easier to suck through. So let's try it out. So just let that, you're supposed to let it sit in there for a few seconds to kind of prime, and then just to get it wet, and then let's try it. Nothing yet. There we go. Oh, that's cold. So, see it all draining back out. It's not bad. It's not that hard to suck through. The water tastes great. It's just real cold, so I can't drink a ton at once. Cool. So it works well, and when you're done, you're supposed to blow back through it until the water stops dripping out. That's about it. Then you can pop the caps back on. Cool. Let me stand back up. Alright, so I like it. It works well. The water tastes good. It's not that difficult to figure out how to use, obviously. And you know, this is my first time using this ever that you just saw right now. So this is like my number 2. I prefer the Sawyer Mini just because of the versatility you have. It comes with its own straw that you can put on the end of it. You can use it just like the Lifestraw, okay? But you can also hook it up to a hydration bladder. You can hook it up to a hose, to a water bottle, all different ways you can do that. This is only a straw. You can only use it directly in a water source. You know, you can scoop water up in a bowl or in a canteen or something and sip it out of that. You don't have to lie on the ground to drink directly out of a creek or something, but you can still only use it as a straw. and that's the limiting factor for me, and that's why this will probably never be my number one, but it's a great backup. A few years ago, when these were kind of newer on the market, and so was the Sawyer Mini. I believe the Sawyer Mini was more like 30 bucks, and this was around 20. Now they're both the same price, and the fact that they're both the same price, I choose the Sawyer Mini just because of the versatility factor. And it filters a lot more water than this. I forget how many liters this does. It says on the package, but the Sawyer Mini filters out a lot more, like a real lot more than this. Thank you very much for this, Evan. It's a cool gift. I'm definitely going to use it. And, oh, I wanted to tell you this. Most people aren't going to tell you this, but you cannot let this freeze. Now that this has been primed and it's wet, you cannot let it freeze when you're out in the bush. So it's below freezing out here. I've got to put it directly, you know, right when I'm done filming this, I'm going to put it inside my jacket, in a pocket inside my jacket, so my body heat keeps it thawed out from freezing. If the membranes in here, or the hollow fibers, or whatever it's called, in here freezes, it may impact the filtering ability, and you may be getting in germs or viruses or whatever else from the water. Also, if this is still primed and has water in there, when the water expands, it has the ability to possibly crack this housing. And once this is cracked, it's all bets are off for the filter also. So if you notice that this is frozen at all, I would just say throw it out and get a new filter. Better safe than sorry. So that's one thing that you've got to keep in mind for using any filters in the winter time. You've got to keep it inside your jacket. You've got to keep it from freezing, guys. Now, if you're going to store this, you can pop both caps off and let it air dry. As long as you've already blown the water back out, you can let it air dry for storage. And that way, you know, next time you go out, if you go out in the winter, you haven't used it yet, I wouldn't worry about it freezing at that point because it's been totally dried out. But that would probably take a few weeks to dry out that way. All right, so hope you like this. I will put a link to this in the description of this video if you want to pick one up. Like I said, they're about 20 bucks. I believe they're a little bit cheaper on Amazon right now. I think they're like 17 or 18 bucks or something like that. But pretty cool piece of kit. Very, very good if you're into preparedness, want to get some of these to put in your bug out bag, your get home bag, just to keep with your prepping supplies. It's a cool thing. Thanks for watching. I'll put the link in the description, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Animal Man Survivor, and also check me out on Patreon. I've got a new Patreon page. All my videos go up there a day early at least, ad-free, and I've got lots of exclusive stuff just for patrons up there. I'll put a link to that in the description too. Thanks for watching this, guys.